Question mark. Okay. No. Somebody send help. Well, hey there, naughty friends. Welcome back to the channel. And I have been saying that now for a year, which is so wild to me. I can't believe how fast a year went by. Thank you all so much for being here. So much has changed. I'm so excited for the future of the channel, and I want to celebrate with all of you. My goal for this year, I think, was to hit maybe 4,000 subscribers on YouTube, and we ended up hitting 10,000 subscribers like halfway through the year. So I don't even know what we're going to finish off with, but thank you each and everyone for watching and interacting with my videos and for being here. I really do appreciate it. This has been such an amazing journey for me, and I want to do a little bit of celebration today. Speaking of goals, one of the goals I had for this year was to create my largest amigurumi ever, and currently the title is held by Snorlax here. However, in celebration of Lucy, my Canadian goose design, being my best-selling design, I kind of wanted to celebrate that as well. So we're going to be making a giant Lucy the goose, and I mean giant. I don't know what I'm going to do with this after it is done. However, I think it's going to be adorable. She'll probably be like a big pillow or something. We will definitely be using chenille yarn because, you know, I am not about to make a giant Lucy out of cotton. If I did that, we would be here into next year's video. So we're going to hold off, keep it a little bit easier by using some thicker yarn. But I think it's going to be super adorable, and I can't wait to see it finished. We're also going to be talking about all the things that we've accomplished over the year and things I want to do into the next year, some goals and aspirations, and just celebrate. So hopefully that sounds good to you. As always, grab a crafty project and a beverage, and let's get into the video. So I have an update on our giant chenille Lucy plushie. I ordered some yarn. Now, I learned this the first time when I made the smaller chenille version, that chocolate, like a chocolate brown color in chenille yarn, is surprisingly hard to get where I am. Michael's doesn't have any at all, it doesn't seem like. They have like a tan kind of color, but nothing like a deep brown. And I looked around a bunch of places, didn't have it. I ended up ordering chenille from Hobie for that color, which I do have about a skein left or so. However, this is going to be a jumbo one, and I didn't want to pay probably a bunch of delivery fees for it because it comes from Denmark when it comes from Hobie, as much as I love their stuff. So I had to look around for something else, and the only thing I ended up really finding is, I think it's from Premier Pro. I can't remember. Is it Parfait Chunky? It's the one that all the chenille amigurumi people use. You definitely know it, I'm sure. I've actually never used it before. They have reached out to me before, but we haven't done anything official yet. And I actually ended up finding a place called, I think it's, let's see here, because I have the bag. Spoiler alert, I did order from them. Mary Maxim, which is a Canadian company, and they had a bunch of yarn, and they actually carry Parfait Chunky. And they have like a good chocolate brown. So I ended up ordering a bunch of chocolate brown from them. And I have black and white and a little bit tan, so I didn't need to go out my way and get that. I'll put some information here if you're interested in it. But it came like within like 2 days. So here is the package. Just make sure I don't show you my address and then you make a surprise visit. So yeah, it came pretty quickly. They are based in Ontario, I believe. They definitely have a location in southern Ontario, very close to where some of our relatives live. I actually thought we might schedule a visit. I'll just go pick it up, but delivery ended up being really cheap anyways. So I don't know why. So I've seen this yarn, I just ripped off the tag. I've seen this yarn a ton on social media because, like I said, it's very popular right now. A lot of US-based crocheters use it because Premier Pro, or just Premier rather, is based in the States. Let me put this tag back on. 1 second. Okay, and I don't know why I thought that the skeins were just like bigger. I don't know. I'm used to Hobie's skeins, which are a little on the smaller side. However, when I go to Michael's and things, a lot of the chenille yarns are like those big chunky ones. And maybe there's a different one I'm thinking of, but these are the exact same size as the ones I'm used to from Hobie. They're quite small. It's like almost, I don't want to call it a skinny chenille. I guess it is a regular one. I don't know. Maybe it's just not bulky. And in my mind, I was thinking it was bulky. If you use it and there's like a different one, let me know in the comments below if I'm thinking of a different one. But As far as the feel and the color, everything seems really nice. I'm excited to give it a shot and see how it goes. So I think I ended up getting 7 skeins of this. I really don't know how far that's going to go. Hopefully it beats Snorlax, because Snorlax was made using a bulkier weighted yarn. Probably, I don't know if it was super bulky. I hope this is enough. 7 skeins of this seemed like a lot, but now seeing it in person, I'm a little bit worried. If we have to order more, we'll have to order more. So that's where we're at. That's the update for now. I probably will get started on him this weekend, and I will update you as we go. I was just looking at my chenille yarn wall here, and I have some brown left over from the Lucy I did before. That's the Hobie, is this Toucan? I can't remember. Baby Snuggle. And I have the Premier Parfait Chunky that I was talking about before. And I was just like, they're very close in color. And in fact, they are the exact same color. Like, I don't even mean like a little bit like the same. I mean, like, I think they're identical, which is kind of great for me, because it's like I have an extra, I think I have 2 skeins of that. So there you go. We are sitting down in the corner of the office today because there's some things I don't want you to see yet. Don't worry, you will soon. And then on this side, I have some yarn that I can't show yet. I don't know when I'll even be able to do that, but it's my first official like little collab with someone, so you'll also be seeing that eventually. Sorry for all the secrets, but I did want to do a little Lucy update. So far, this is where I'm at with the base, the bottom of it, and it's pretty big. It's about like 1.5 feet, maybe a foot, more than a foot, 1.5 feet. And this is literally just where like the white part of her neck will start. So this is 1 skein of the Premier Parfait Chunky, I think is what it's called. First time using this yarn. Honestly, it's a pretty good chenille yarn. Nothing wrong with it. It doesn't break or anything. I didn't have any issues with that. I'm also using my new hook from Furls Crochet, which is so beautiful. The combo between the two, it's okay. It's not my favorite thing. It obviously gets the job done. I don't know if it's because this is a matte that it feels like it's dragging on the chenille. I didn't have that issue with the cotton. But anyways, not a problem. I do like it so far. So I'm just deciding how big I want to go, because I have 6 more skeins of the brown yarn to go. And I don't know at this point if I start the little like white part, the breast of Lucy's breast part, I feel like it won't be as big as I want it to be. It's hard to like know for sure because it's not as simple as just like doubling the pattern in this case. So I'm just going to probably play it by ear. Let me know in the comments below, should I make this into an actual pattern that you can get? Let me know if you'd be interested in that, a giant goose pattern. But yeah, that's where I'm at today. It's been a pretty productive day. It's actually Canada Day here. So it's like 4 o'clock. I'm going to finish up here and we're going to go out and take a walk because our local area is having like a little Canada Day celebration thing. So we're going to check it out. But I thought I'd just update you all, and I'll see you in a little bit. I think we are going to the cottage this weekend. Hopefully it goes better than the last trip we took, which was just a lot of bugs and nonsense, but it's supposed to be much better. So fingers crossed. And just like that, it has been like, I think 3 days. We went to the cottage and I just didn't feel like filming. However, I did get some crochet done, and here is the update. This is the bottom part. As you can tell, it is ginormous, which is a good thing. This is supposed to be the biggest plushie I've ever made. I was worried when I was working the start of it that it would be big enough, so I kept increasing, and I think we're good on the size. It took a lot longer. We're trying to beat the Snorlax technically, so I was kind of worried about that, so I just kept on going. And I don't think I went too far, but it is definitely at the point now where just like single crocheting the round takes like a good 5 to 10 minutes per round. But yeah, I'm happy with it so far. I think I'll have enough yarn. I'm pretty sure. The nice thing is I'm already making it like, I'm already building out the body, if that makes sense. You can see here, these stitches here are just like building up. So that means at some point I'm going to get to the point where I just sew up the top, which is nice because it means I don't have to like do the decrease part to like the end or whatever. I'm just going to sew it up. It'll make sense. But it's going well. I also bought some stuffing before I left because I thought I might get to the point where I need stuffing. I didn't. But spoiler alert, I don't think that that's going to be enough for our... Sorry, maybe that's better. I don't think that's going to be enough for our goose friend. I'll probably need at least one more, if not 2 of these. So we'll have to go shopping. I'm also thinking for the neck, I'll probably need like I don't know if a pool noodle will be too thick, but it's some kind of support for the neck because it is going to be way too heavy. But yeah, that's our Lucy update so far. I'll check back in when we made some more progress. I feel like the fact that I can fit inside of the body of Lucy is a pretty good indication that we've made it pretty big. What's happening back here, dude? So I think I'm happy with this so far. A couple things. I ran to the store and grabbed some more polyfill. I don't know why I thought 1 bag would be enough. Thankfully, I really like this stuff. It's called Soft Loft, and it was on sale. It was 50% off, so I got it for $8 a bag, which is not bad. I got a couple of them, 4 of them. I was going to grab the 4-pound bag, which is the equivalent to this, because the whole thing said it was 50% off, but then they were like, oh, not that one. So I just bought 4 of these, which worked out to the same amount. I don't know why it just wasn't all on sale. Anyways, I have polyfill. As far as yarn, I have 4 skeins left, which if I could just step outside of Lucy, sorry, my apologies, it was just for a demonstration. So we're going to start sewing up the top, kind of like that, just with stuffing. So I think I want to use 1 more skein to kind of finish making this a full half circle. Kind of just getting it all the way there, and then I'll do the rest of the sewing and everything, which I'm hoping will only take 1 skein, whatever, however you want to say it, 1 skein at the most. That way I still have 3 to finish up the wings, and then I have some black yarn somewhere here. Not this one was too thick, that I'll use for the neck, and then she has a little bit of white and stuff like that, and then that'll be it. I still need some kind of pool noodle or something for the neck. I'll have to figure that out. Maybe some wire. I have lots of wire. I don't know about that. I was thinking of making it a pattern because some people like the really large ones. If enough people ask, I will do it. However, at about like this point, I said, screw it. I'm just going to start doing this freehand because it's just too much to keep count of, and I just didn't want to. But I will go back and work up a pattern for it correctly if enough people are interested. Obviously, the whole point of doing this is to celebrate 1 year of Knotty Bear Studio. I started this, 1 year on YouTube technically, which pretty much correlates with my 1 year. I think there's like maybe a couple days difference. So I've been just trying to think about all the things that have happened, all the changes and amazing things that have happened in the past year, and all the things I have to be thankful for. Like all of you for watching these videos and supporting me, and yeah, it's just an amazing feeling, so thank you all so much for being here. I don't know what the future will look like, but I'm having a lot of fun right now, so I'm just really blessed to be still doing this, and you know, be thriving relatively. But yeah, I'm just thinking about that, making sure that while I'm working on our giant Lucy plushie, I'm remembering why I get to do this and why I'm doing this in general, and all the things I have to be thankful for. Right. Oh my god, this could be a giant bear head. Alright, update for you all. She's a little floppy right now. However, I just finished sewing it all up, and hopefully that kind of all fits into the frame. Yeah, more or less. I still have to do all the stuffing and everything. There's her tail, and then we're going to start on the neck and then work our way up to her head, which shouldn't take too long, I don't think. I haven't decided if I'm going to do felt eyes. I might try the amigurumi eyes that are like usually a little bit more animated. You put color behind them, but I can just do like black. If they're big enough, if they look right, I'll just use those. If not, we'll have to figure something out. But for now, I'm going to move on to stuffing her body, and I have all the stuffing here I got the other day. I probably won't need 4 bags of it. I also have some that I already had around. However, it was half off, and I can never have too much stuffing when everything I do requires it. So yeah, that's where we're at. So I decided I would take a walk over to the dollar store real quick and grab a pool noodle, which I got here. It's like a really skinny one. I don't know who this is holding up. I was like, maybe this is for babies. But it says on it, not for ages 0 to 3. So I guess, would this hold a 4-year-old? Maybe, I don't know. But thankfully, that's not what we're using it for. We're gonna put it, I'm gonna put most of it through the body. And then this will be the neck. I doubt I'll need the full length of this. However, I think that'll work pretty nicely. I'll have to kind of leave it the full length and then work around it, I guess, and then just cut it to size once I get to the head, because I'm not entirely sure how long the neck will be. But that should work nicely and make sure that she doesn't have a floppy neck like our meganium does sometimes. I know that used to be RIP in the back of my videos. It is no more. She's living her best life in the bedroom. However, while I was there, I did find something that I was not expecting. And I've seen other people make these before. I haven't done a whole lot of crochet kits. I did the Woobles one, which was technically my first one, but they're also very reputable. I knew that that would be at least what it says it's supposed to be. They have good reviews. Everyone knows them. Whereas a dollar store crochet kits, on the other hand, are a whole nother issue. I am expecting this is probably going to be garbage, so I kind of want to do it. So stay tuned for an upcoming video. They had 3 of these. They had a dinosaur, an octopus, and a penguin. Thinking back on it, I maybe should have grabbed the penguin. There was only one of those left. It's just not like necessarily what I like. However, it'll probably be a gift anyways, so that doesn't really matter. But I think the dinosaur is really cute as well. So yeah, it comes with all the notions and everything that you need, the hook and all that, and the yarn. So I'm excited to try it. It was $4.50 Canadian, so we'll give it a shot. But anyways, stay tuned for that. Start standing. update. The wings are done. As you can see, the wings are giving wings. Here they are. They may look a little bit small, but honestly, they don't look weird or anything. I just finished and I have this much yarn left in the chocolate brown, and I am done with everything that needs to be used out of it. I still have that one skein of the Hobie one, which I think I mentioned was like the exact same color. I think it was the Snuggle Baby, but I didn't use it. I put it back. So 7 was just enough to get this done, thankfully. So now all that's left are her legs, which I'm going to be using a black yarn, not the same one that I used for the neck or the accents, because I'm also pretty much out of that. I have another one here. It is like a super bulky, and I keep looking around because I just had it, and oh, it's over here. The studio is a bit of a mess right now because I'm working on a collab that uses a lot of chenille yarn, and so I was sent a bunch. I haven't talked about it yet because I can't, but that'll be coming out at some point, so now I have chenille yarn everywhere. That's always fun, but it's this one here. I've had it forever. It's like a chenille home. I have 2 skeins of this from a project I was going to do. I can't remember what it was. It's the Loops and Threads one, but it is probably twice as thick as the other one, which at this point I'm totally fine with because it just means I'll get it done faster, and I'm on a time crunch with this. Definitely is taking longer than I was expecting, but at least at this point I'll do the legs, and then I totally forgot about the bill or the beak, whatever. I forgot it's gray, and I don't have a gray chenille yarn, so I'm not sure what I'm gonna do about that at this point. I might just make it in black. I do have enough of this black yarn that I did the head with to make a bill out of it. It just won't have the same amount of contrast. I don't know. So yeah, we'll figure it out. I'm just gonna get these feet done because then that means all the major parts are done, and then we still have to figure out the eyes and do the assembly. So wish me luck. I've been working on Lucy's leg here and it's going fine. However, I need it to be like 3 times the size of this, the length of it, and I'm probably already halfway through this ball of yarn here, which I wasn't expecting to have to go get more yarn, but it's looking like we'll have to, especially since I keep running into this, like, I don't know, some kind of manufacturing error where, like, see how the yarn is all chewed up? There's like hardly any on the string. It's really annoying because I can't use those sections of yarn. So that's kind of eating into how much yarn I get. It's just very frustrating, especially since this is like really one of the last things I have to do. And I just want to like not get it done, but at the same time get it done. And now it's like another thing. So I think I'm just going to keep using what I have. I'll work on the next yarn, leg rather, and then we'll have to go to Michael's and get some more. I hope they have it in stock because then it'll be an even bigger problem. All right, so that didn't work out the way I wanted it to. I was just trying to make those felt eyes, and it just looked too, I don't know, cartoony or something. I just didn't enjoy the way it looked. So alternative option is to buy some safety eyes. The problem is you can never just buy like 2. You have to buy the set. And up until now, I think the biggest safety eyes I've bought that are just all black were probably like maybe like an inch or so. And they're still too small for that. So I bought the biggest ones I could find, which are about just under 2 inches, about 35 centimeters or millimeters rather. So hopefully those are good. Fingers crossed. They're going to come tomorrow. The problem is you can never just buy two. You have to buy like a whole little kit of them, which is frustrating because I don't really need them. I don't plan on buying or making more giant amigurumi. But anyways, I'd rather just know that they're coming and just forget about it because at this point, that's all we're waiting on. So we're going to wait for those. It'll be here tomorrow and then we can finally do our final reveal, finally. So I thought we could do something a little bit fun while we waited for these eyes to come. However, they've already made it here. It's 11 o'clock. It said they wouldn't be here till like 2 or 3 and they just showed up. So that's not a bad thing. I was thinking we could like give her a cowboy hat. I was like, let's give her like a pink cowboy hat, like a pink pony club thing. We might still do that, I'll see, but now that I have the eyes here already, I already got enough to do, so maybe we'll just leave it there. So it came in a package, of course, of a bunch of these, which some of them, like the smaller ones, I'll actually use. I always run out of these. However, there are quite a few big ones in here. These ones here themselves are quite big, but those aren't even the biggest ones. These monsters here, which, let's just take them out of the bag so you can actually see them. Now, I will say, yeah, right off the bat, these ones don't have any kind of protection on them. A lot of the times they have like little plastic wrapped on the top to stop them from scratching. So they are a little scratched, unfortunately. However, they are quite big and they'll do the job. It's fine. At this point, let's just get those on. I probably would not recommend getting these. They're a little scratched up, to be honest. However, I will say the edges look pretty clean. A lot of the times with safety eyes, the edges where the laser, or it's probably a CNC router or something that cuts them, doesn't do the greatest job. These ones are okay. They're not perfect, but you can see there's a little bit of scratches on them. All right, let's give our goose some eyeballs and then we can wrap this up finally. Man, I really do not know what I'm gonna do with this giant bird. Oh my goodness. Okay, I think that works. Can you see it? Let me do this one. There's the eyeball. She has eyeballs. There we are. She has eyeballs. Going to have to glue these in. I'll probably use just a little bit of hot glue. No kids are going near this, so I'm not worried about being a choking hazard. Obviously, I've already closed up her head, so I can't use the backer, the little washer it comes with, to secure it. All right, so I literally had to push back the desk, move my chair, and rearrange some things to be able to fit her on camera. I'm hoping it's enough room because she is a big girl. But you've waited long enough for the final reveal. Let me show you. I'll go and get her. So awkward. Da-na-da-da, da-na. Giant. It's a giant goose. What else is there to say? I mean, what were you expecting? It's a giant goose. Look how cute. I hope her eyes are showing up on camera. I do wish I had the gray beak. However, I think the black beak works as well. She does have a final finishing touch. If I could just try and grab it here. This is so ridiculous. Da-na, pink pony club. I'ma keep on dancing at the pink little cowboy hat, kind of. Anyways, listen, I didn't have time to do some kind of big cowboy thing. Let me try and pop it out a little bit here. Question mark. Okay. No. Somebody send help. All right, I think I've secured the hat with a sewing needle. All right, everyone, here is our final Lucy. I don't even think I can get this all in frame here. This is a big bird. I mean, I think we did the job of making it bigger than Snorlax, especially if you include how tall her neck is. I gotta see if I can find a way to like comfortably do an outro. I don't know if that's possible. All right, pink pony club, pink pony club. All right, so I'm not gonna be able to get this in frame. This is about the only way. Those are the amigurumi eyes. I think they turned out really cute. I think she's super adorable and special. Her legs are kind of giant. Are they in frame? Can you see them? Maybe this way's better. She has giant, thick thunder thighs, which is fine. It's cool. Can you hear me? I hope you can hear me okay. Oh my god, I'm getting tired. Okay, well, yeah, this is our giant plush Lucy. If you made it to this point in the video, definitely let me know in the comments what you think we should do with her. Should I put her on the chair in the corner of the video so you can all see her? Or should I just, like, put her in the bedroom and make her, like, a plushie or something? I'm not sure, but definitely let me know in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely give me a thumbs up. Oh, that's the other thing I want to talk about actually. Her neck does stand up on its own. Sometimes it gets a little flip floppy, but the pool noodle definitely worked for structure. So that's positive. That definitely worked out. But I'm gonna end the video here because I am sweating doing this in a t-shirt holding her up. She is heavy. Thank you all so much for watching. If you made it to this point in the video, definitely give me a thumbs up. Let me know what your favorite part was. Let me know what you think of Lucy. Thank you so much to my patrons for being here and for supporting me on my journey. I could not do this without you. If you're interested in joining the Patreon, I will leave a link down in the description. But that's it for me. I will see you in the next one. Stay naughty, friends. Bye. Say bye. Bye. I wasn't recording. I forgot to hit record. Look. Look how insane that is. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do with this?